about 2 miles north of us, lies the town of Centralia. Centralia is famous for having a mine fire burning beneath it since 1962. Back in the 1950s, we had two problems here in the Anthracite coal region. We had a lot of abandoned stripping pits that posed a danger to people, and we had a garbage problem. Then it seemed like the natural solution, filling those stripping pits with garbage, and you'll kill two birds with one stone. That was actually such a good idea, it was sanctioned by the state, and that's how a lot of towns had their dumps back then. The only problem with that plan was that the stripping pits got full rather quickly because there's no way to compact that garbage they were putting into the ground. In order to get around that problem, once a year they'd set the dumps on fire with the intention of bringing the pile down to allow for more garbage to go into the stripping pit. Well, that's exactly what Centralia Borough Council did back on Memorial Week of 1962. They sent the fire company down to the dump, the guys threw flares in, caught the garbage on fire. They let it burn for about 2 days till it was down to a manageable amount, and then they put the fire out. What the firemen didn't realize, though, was the garbage burning at the bottom of the pit had touched an open seam of coal and caught it on fire. It took about 2 years until they noticed any effects from the mine fire. Then residents in some parts of Centralia started complaining about unusually high temperatures in their basements and gases coming up beneath the ground. At that time, the state did some surveys over there. They sunk boreholes 300 feet into the ground, lowered thermometers down those boreholes, and they found the temperatures underground in some parts of Centralia were as high as 1,500 degrees. But then the mine fire moved directly beneath the town. Now, for 48 years, they've made 2 attempts to put that mine fire out. The first time they tried flooding it with water, but because of all the old mine workings on that mountain and through the valley, the water rushed by the mine fire and had no effect on it. The second time they tried pumping in fly ash under pressure in order to smother the fire, but that fire is burning so intensely it just jumped the barrier of fly ash and it continues to burn today. There's only one sure way to put a mine fire like the Centralia mine fire out, and that's to dig down, bring that burning material up, put it off to the side and water it down. Doing that will put the fire out, but doing it that way means that they have to move the whole town of Centralia. So the federal government allocated $42 million to that project. They assessed each property in Centralia, made each homeowner a more than fair market value offer for their properties, and they also gave the residents relocation fees of $15,000. Over 400 families decided to accept that government offer and have moved out of Centralia, but there's still 6 people living there today. As of right now, they have no plans to put that mine fire out.
This is a part of Route 61 that's closed off. It's the first part. They've built another highway around it because of the Centralia fire. I'm at one end here, and I don't see anything. I'm going to go up to the other end, which is nearer to the city, and I might stop back here. But there's no signs posted or anything here, and maybe I'll walk the road. We'll see. But coming back out here, there's my car across the street, and you can see where 61 comes up, but then it's going to go off to the left over there. Greetings. Today is October 23rd, 2010, and I'm in Centralia, Pennsylvania, which is the site of the mine fire that started in the 1960s that is still going on to this day. And you can probably still see smoke coming out of this closed road here with the large cracks in it. This road's been closed off. I did some videos at the other end, and now I drove up to this end and walked back about a half a mile. And there's a number of cracks here. We're going to look at these on the video here shortly, but I just wanted to show you that I was here. The sun finally came out, and this is Centralia, Pennsylvania. Underground mine fire that has been burning since the 1960s. We're going to look at some other places in town shortly. But I hope I got myself in this video because I can't see, it's too sunny outside. So let's go explore now. Now you can probably see some smoke coming out here. I can't see in the viewfinder if I'm getting it or not. And of course, people have thrown in little pieces of wood on the top to like make it a bigger fire, but believe me, this is coming from hundreds and hundreds of feet underground, a fire that is burning underground. How that can happen without oxygen, I don't know, but believe me, it is, and there must be some fresh cracks here because you can see where the graffiti is. It's like broken off.